A new hotfix could be on the way as Bethesda is investigating new critical issues. Meanwhile, we now know about 76 player count and Amazon is casting for the Fallout series. It's news time. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. Are you ready for another batch of news? Lots of fresh ones actually. Starting with the 76 player count, the number has recently been disclosed and raises questions. Anyway, Update 35 went live earlier this week and Bethesda has been looking into some new critical issues, hinting towards a hotfix. Meanwhile, more major bugs have been catching their attention. The free ranks rollout is now complete too, and there is a new intelligence buff. Next, Amazon is now recruiting for raider roles in their upcoming Fallout series. Minerva is also back in town with a huge list of goodies and a few more things. Well, lots to cover as you can see. Let's get started. How many players does Fallout 76 currently have, or had in the recent times? Well, according to Bethesda, the number is astronomical, 12 million players. That's the exact number they added at the end of the latest pit trailer, as shown here. Now, before you jump into the wrong conclusion, 12 millions doesn't refer to the number of active players, obviously. You can easily figure that out if you check the Steam's charts, for example. The current average of players per day is almost 6k on PC, with possibly a few more thousands joining this number from consoles. So I would say 76 currently has around 10 to 20k average players per day. Now this number is nowhere close to the 12 millions disclosed by Bethesda. So what did they mean with this number? Well, from my perspective, 12 millions is the number of registered accounts or the total number of copies sold so far for 76. That's usually how gaming companies determine the total number of players for a given title. But active players does not equal registered accounts or sold copies, not at all. I hope this solves the mystery behind the millions of players for 76. I saw some of you accusing Bethesda of lying about this one, but that's not really the case here. It's just a marketing strategy often used to manipulate reality while still using real data. Moving to the next point, the community manager Volseek has informed players that Bethesda has been discussing new major issues in internal meetings, based on player reports. He also shared that there is no ETA for the upcoming fixes, which implies they are coming, we just don't know when exactly. So expect a hotfix to be implemented anytime now, in the following weeks, or maybe even days. Anyway, if you missed my latest news, I explain how certain events like Scorched Earth or Moonshine Jamboree are being affected by new bugs, which conditions rewards and player experience overall. And these seem to be exactly Bethesda's priorities right now in terms of fixes, as Volseek posted on Bethesda's official Discord server. According to this post, the dev team is actively investigating three main issues. 1. The fact that the Scorched Earth event no longer gives event rewards when completed. 2. The Moonshine Jamboree Venom bathtub is buggy and doesn't always allow players to interact with it. And 3. Also related to the Moonshine Jamboree, where the Venom delivery counter freezes and prevents the event from completing, even though all objectives were met. As shown in the footage, this happens a lot on PC, and to me too. Now, it's possible that this list will become larger over time if Bethesda is aiming for a substantial hotfix, but currently these are the new main critical issues Bethesda is working and trying to fix. The Fallout TV series is starting production in 2022, and the latest news revealed that Amazon is currently recruiting or casting for the Fallout series. To be more precise, they have announced a huge casting campaign for generic raider characters. The roles are paid, but this is more like a casual gig. These roles are probably for named characters to fill up the backgrounds or to simply die during epic fights, you know, the usual in action movies and series. Anyway, the ads include lots of details, including payment values. The filming location seems to be at New York City only. So if any of you guys are interested, go ahead and apply, especially if you are living in the US. You never know. I'm leaving the link right below the video. Next, let me inform you that the free ranks from migrating to Steam early have now been given to all eligible players. The rollout process took a couple of days to complete, but according to Bethesda, it's now over and done. If you migrated from Bethesda.net to Steam before May 11, you should be able to see 10 free ranks in your Season 9 scoreboard. Mine arrived about 24 hours ago on June 16. However, if you met the condition but received nothing so far, then it's a good idea to get in touch with their customer support since, well, bugs are unlikely to get fixed on their own. You know the drill. On the topic of free rewards, there is a new intelligence buff in-game. That's right, I found out this morning while browsing Reddit, and that's because this new boost is part of Season 9. At rank 25, you can unlock the Derby game, and surprisingly, this is an attribute boosting item. I guessed I missed this one because when I mined it for Season 9's preview, this item was still incomplete. But here it is. You can unlock 2 extra intelligence points for 30 minutes by just interacting with the item. You don't even have to wait for the animation or anything like the rest of the other attribute boosting items, so that's lovely. Don't forget that each intelligence point boosts your experience gain by about 2%, so every time you play Derby, you can unlock 4% more experience gain. That's beautiful and very useful for leveling up quicker. Minerva is back in town with another big sale event. She returned to Appalachia yesterday, June 16, and she will be around for a few more days until next Monday, June 20. This means that during the entire weekend you can access a huge list of daily ops and Wastelanders plans like the covered armor set, the Gauss minigun, the plasma cutter, the warglaive, and so many other useful plans. Check it out, decor and resources too. I'm leaving the full list here in case you haven't seen it yet. Oh, and she is currently located at the Foundation's entrance. Just make sure to farm enough gold bullion if you are planning to buy something. Otherwise, you are going to leave empty-handed. Okay, now let's move on to some new issues live with Update 35, starting with durability issues. In these past few days, I have seen walls of reports on weapon durability alone, mostly about Tesla rifles to be fair, but there are also a few on other weapons, like the Gatling Plasma. Overall, players claim some weapons are breaking much faster than before the patch. Anyhow, I decided to investigate, so I equipped my quad Tesla and I went on a killing spree. I started with a full durability bar as shown, but after some 10 minutes of farming mobs, I noticed that my Tesla was already half broken. The durability went down in no time. I was actually shocked because I hadn't seen such drastic durability bug in a very long time. So yeah, sadly something is wrong with weapon durability right now, at least for Teslas. Now, community manager Volseek has already stated that Bethesda is investigating the problem, and they also confirmed Teslas were not changed with patch 35, so this is definitely a new bug. Lastly, Volseek mentioned he is on the hunt for reports on the matter, so feel free to share any evidence you might have through official channels. And well, I think this bug is not exclusive to Teslas because my Gatling Plasma is now breaking faster as well. I spotted a report from another player already, so I'm definitely not alone on this one. Well, let's hope to figure out what's wrong and get to the bottom of it, else certain weapons will be out of commission for a while. I mean, can you imagine repairing a weapon every 5-10 minutes? That's insane, crazy. No, just why? Change weapons for the time being. What else to do? Now let's move on to some new minor issues live with Update 35, such as stash boxes no longer informing players about tagged items. Stash boxes are now inconsistent when it comes to displayed items. After reading this Reddit report, I went ahead to test and I can confirm it's real, it is happening. My stash box is now giving mixed information, it's inconsistent. It still shows some items being used for display, but it fails to do so for everything. The system here is not completely broken, but it's also not fully operational. It's unreliable. For example, here, several junk items like the microscope, the large beaker, and the hardened mass are being used for display at my second camp, yet the stash box here claimed the junk was not being used anywhere, so I could have easily scrapped it for materials without knowing. I even went straight to the given camp to confirm the system did not auto-unequip the items, or something alike, and nope, everything is in order. So watch out everyone, if you have displayed items, be careful with your stash, because it might deceive you into scrapping displayed items based on buggy information. No bueno at all. Alright, another new and very weird bug I spotted is the lookup field bug. I know, it sounds strange, but it's accurate. This is a new inventory and interface bug where certain items can display with a different buggy name as shown, instead of the original or change name given by players. Items can now show up as lookup field. According to Bethesda, this bug is caused by mods, so removing them should solve it immediately. Now, I have yet to experience this one, so I'm not able to test it for you. As such, I cannot confirm or deny that fix is working. Hopefully it does though. Another strange new bug is related to the Blood Raider power armor paint for the Excavator power armor. The original skin is supposed to look like this, red and black. However, after update 35, this paint changed appearance. It's now a grey and beige paint with new adornments all over it. Wow, it's a brand new paint. It looks so much cooler too. Maybe this bug is not so bad after all. Anyway, my best guess here is that the paint pads are interfering and the newest pad obviously took priority and is now showing in-game, something along the lines. Either way, Bethesda already confirmed they are aware of the mistake and are looking into fixing it. Talking about bugs, I have noticed that two disrupting bugs, the black screen and chain ones, have become worse with the latest update. I have been experiencing the black one like a dozen of times in just a few days. It's really frustrating since, well, when your game turns black like this, the only way out or the only solution is to restart the game fully. Going back to the main menu does not fix it. Also, this bug randomly triggers while fast traveling somewhere, like into a location or joining an event, which makes things even worse. Like here, I joined Jamboree for my weeklies and suddenly all went black and I was not able to help out. I mean, I couldn't even see anything. How am I supposed to help, right? I really think Bethesda should add the I'm bugged emote. At least that way we would be able to let others know we are not exactly leeching. We are just utterly bugged, therefore we cannot help. Anyhow, the chain bug can force you into a similar situation. I spotted this clip from Athletic and indeed, it's the worst chain bug I have ever seen to date. Wow, how can you even play like that? It's almost as bad as the black screen bug. Totally disruptive and a completely hassle to deal with. Maybe one day Bethesda will fix those. One can dream, one can hope. As the last point, I selected some sad news. The Dataminer Bungo made an announcement a couple of days ago to inform the community he is quitting 76 for good, and as a result, he will no longer data mine anything else. In other words, one of the most active miners 76 ever had left the community. The main reasons behind this decision were directed to the repetitive chore tasks in 76, which in Bungo's view turned into a time sink. Well, as someone who often used Bungo's data mines, I feel sad to see him go, but sometimes it's for the best. Moving on is part of life, especially when you are no longer happy doing something, or in this case, playing a certain game. If you are watching Bungo, thanks a lot for all your hard work all this time, and I wish you the best with your next projects and in life, of course. News time is about to be over and today's random bug is this fixed movement issue. I'm not sure how to call it, but basically my movement direction got stuck and no longer moved depending on my camera's rotation. As a result, moving forward was always done to this side. It was super weird and annoying, and it happened after using photo mode. I tried to use an emote and thanks goodness things went back to normal, so at least that. I hope this doesn't become a thing or even moving in 76 will be bugged. Imagine. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope I could keep you up to date with everything Fallout 76. I am Marta Branco. Feel free to leave a like, comment and subscribe to help the channel out. And as always, a huge shout out to all my dear supporters. You guys are the best. Now, I will see you all very, very soon in the next video. Until then, take care. Adeus. Bye bye.